Right, so I like to say Barak Yahweh, Barak Yahweh Shah, Barak Yahweh, Barak Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Barakah HaKadash, double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS, and salutations to you brothers out there that's doing this work in truth and sincerity. Right, so going back into the book of Jeremiah 51 and 13, it says, O thou that dwelleth upon many waters. And again, like I said in the last video, the many waters represent the people, right? Going back into Revelations. Abundant in treasures, thy end is as thy end is come. Why you think you got all these events taking place in the world, man? I believe it was Turkey. Was it Turkey? But it was a recent earthquake, man, killing over 25,000 people. And more judgment is going to come because the Lord said what? If you go into Isaiah 61, if you go into Isaiah 29, it says, for the Lord shall begin to visit the world, visit the earth that he have made, right? So it says the end is come. So let's get this. This is Ezekiel, the 7th chapter. This is Ezekiel 7, and we'll start at 4, right? And this is going into the end. This is actually going into Israel, but you can use it twofold for America, right? Because like the scripture says, the end of Babylon is come. Matter of fact, we can start at 1. Ezekiel 7:1. Moreover, the word of Yahweh came unto me, saying, also, thou son of man, thus saith Yahweh power unto the land of Israel, and the end is come upon the four corners of the land, because we're sending out this warning unto the Israelites, man. The end is come upon the land, the four corners of the land, right? Because when these nukes go off, man, you're gonna have some people escape them, but a mass majority of people it's gonna be unescapable for you, right? You don't have billions and millions upon millions of dollars to make bunkers, man, right? Deep underneath the ground. These devils, man, they've been building cities underneath the ground, man. Cities underneath the ground to dwell in, because they know that nuclear war is coming. Why? Because the spirit has been put upon them to set it up that way. I wish I remember what that movie was called, man. The guy said in the office, he said, in order for us to, because the guy asked him, he said, well, he said, we shall bring in a new world, right? And the guy asked him, he said, how are you going to bring in a new world? He said, well, in order to bring in a new world, you need to tear down the old. So pretty much he was telling him that we need to destroy everything we have now in order to build a new. And that's what they're trying to do, right? They want to implement this RFID chip, right? And then they're going to go into nuclear war, which is going to destroy a mass majority. The lake of fire is going to be here on the earth, man. It ain't in hell. It ain't in hell that you people claim it is. There's no such thing as a hell on the ground. The lake of fire is going to be on the earth. When these nukes go off, if you was in a chariot with the Most High looking down, when these nukes go off, what you're going to see is a lake of fire, man. That's what you're going to see. The water is going to be on fire, right? Everything, a majority of things in the earth are going to be on fire. And these things are going to create earthquakes. They're going to create massive tsunamis, and man, it's going to get crazy, man. And Esau, literally, if you go to YouTube, he literally tell you the effects of nuclear missiles going off, man. Right? Because what are they shooting in the waters, man? They not shooting nuclear missiles in the water. They tested nuclear missiles maybe a couple times, but they know emphatically they can't test nuclear missiles all the time. So it's not nuclear missiles that they're shooting off all the time. So what are they shooting off like that? They're just shooting off little ballistic missiles and missiles like that. But they know that the nuclear missiles that they have made can shoot from continent to continent. But they're not going to test a nuclear missile consistently like that and continually, because it will cause an effect to the world. And they know that, man. It will mess with the ozone layer. Right? It will pollute water. It will pretty much pollute the waters. It will do a lot of things. A nuclear missile is powerful. They could shoot off an atomic bomb all day. That's a firecracker compared to a nuclear missile, man. And he said that in that movie Godzilla, man. They said we need to hit it with a nuclear missile. Let's hit it with a missile. And he said, and I believe it was a lady or something like that, if I recall. But she asked him. She said, "What is that?" And he said something about this missile will make the atomic bomb. What happened to Hiroshima and Nagasaki? He said this will make that look like a firecracker, man. Right? Atomic bomb isn't shit compared to a nuclear missile, man. And the Lord is about to wipe this place out with some nuclear missiles, but also other ballistic missiles and things like that as well. Because every missile that the Lord is about to shoot over here isn't enough. It's not all nuclear missiles, man. Nuclear missiles cannot be made like that, man. It takes difficult time to make a nuclear missile, man. They gotta get the right materials. They got to split atoms. They got to do a lot of things. But a ballistic missile, they don't have to do the same makings of a ballistic missile. They don't have to do like they have to do with an atomic bomb. So it's different, man. So again, Ezekiel 7 and 2. Also, thou son of man, thus saith Yahweh, thus saith the Lord power unto the land of Israel, and end is come upon the four corners of the land. Now is the end come upon thee, and I will send my anger upon thee. Now, if the Lord was bringing judgment to his own people, if he was bringing judgment to his own people by violating the laws, the statutes, and commandments that he have given them, then what do you think he's going to do to a heathen nation, right, that have put his people, heathen nations that have put his people in captivity, that have raped, robbed, and murdered them, that have eaten them, literally, right, that have boiled their babies and fed their babies to alligators, who have experimented on them? What do you think he's going to do to them? If the Lord brought judgment to his own people, what do you think he's going to do to a nation that have brought judgment, as I explained, unto his people, right? So it says, now is the end come upon thee, and I will send my anger upon thee, and will judge thee according to thy way, and will recompense upon thee all thine abominations, and my eye shall not spare thee, neither will I have pity, but I will recompense thy ways upon thee, and thine abominations shall be in the midst of thee, and ye shall know that I am Yahweh. Thus saith the Lord Most High, and evil and only evil, behold, is come, and end is come, the end is come, it watches for thee, behold, it is come. So the end is come, man, right? Then we just read that in Jeremiah where it says, let's get it back real quick. So lock it, bear with me. Let's get it back real quick. Jeremiah 51 and 13. O thou that dwellest upon many waters, abundant in treasures, thy end is come, and the measure of thy covetousness. Right? So let's look up this word covetousness, right? Let's give it some time. You know, Esau and his technology is a little slow. Right?
Strong's H1215. Beit
Profit, unjust, gain, profit acquired by violence. Why? Because how did this devil get his riches? Well, we read that in Nahum, right? The third chapter, the first verse. Woe unto the bloody city. He profited and got all his riches by way of violence, by way of rape, robbery, and murder. I believe we also went into that in John 10 and 10, right? So this devil gotta die, man. Everything he done in wickedness. He done in evils, man. This devil doesn't give life. He takes it. Verse 14. Yahweh of hosts hath sworn by himself, saying, surely I will fill thee with men as with caterpillars, and they shall lift up a shout against thee. He hath made the earth by his power, he hath established the world by his wisdom, and he hath stretched out the heavens by his understanding. When he uttereth his voice, there is a multitude of waters in the heavens, and he causeth the vapors to ascend from the ends of the earth. He maketh lightning with rain, and bringeth forth the wind out of his treasure. Every man is brutish by his knowledge. Every founder is confounded by the graven images. For his molten image is falsehood, and there is no breath in them. They are vanity, the work of errors, and the time of their visitation they shall perish. The portion of Jacob is not like them, for he is the former of all things, and Israel is the rod of his inheritance. Yahweh of hosts is his name. This is why Esau need Jake here in America. He needs Jake here. He makes a lot of his money from Jake. Jake are the rappers, the best actors, right? Jake are the best sports players. Even in school, Jake is the best, man. I remember that one movie. I forget what it's called, man. You know, I can't never remember the names of these movies, but I remember, you know, clips or scenes or whatnot. But Jake, man, he went into school and everybody was looking at him because he was a dark-skinned Jake, you know, a little brown Jake. And, you know, they was giving him tests and everything like that. And Jake was passing all his tests, even in the spelling bee. Jake was handing them up in the spelling bee, man. And the lady, she was on stage and she got the Edomite woman. She was on stage and she got pissed. She said, how you white kids let all these, you know, NIGG, you know, ERs, how you let this NIGG ER, you know, outbeat you guys and blah, 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 blah. This is one of the reasons why Esau didn't want Jake to read books, because a lot of understanding that these devils had, they got it from us. They learned from us. Before they established their kingdom, they learned from us, right? They learned everything from us, how to bathe, how to have sexual intercourse. A lot that they learned from Israel, man. We are much better at everything, right? And you know, you people could sit there and you know, be mad and you know, you're wrong, you know, white people are the inventor. No. Jake is the inventors, man. There's a book that's called Black Inventors. Jake pretty much invented almost everything, man. Jake pretty much almost invented everything. And what do Esau come and do? Esau painted Jake white to make him look white, or he'll buy the product from him and then claim that he invented it. This is what you devils do, right? You still kill and destroy, man. You don't create life. You don't create anything. That was just a Jake that built a generator that actually have consistent power without having to be recharged. You know, I'm surprised Esau didn't go over there and kill him. You had a Jake create an engine made of water. You had a Jake create tires that couldn't be flattened. These are Jakes inventing all sorts of things, and Esau would either, I want to say it was the Mercedes or the BMW or something like that. But Jake invented the side mirror, man. He invented that shit, man. The mirror you look out to see other cars behind you. Jake invented that, man. And guess what? They stole the idea from him, right? And told him, even though he patented, the judge pretty much told him he didn't do it, that they already had it done, which was a lie. Because they steal from Jake. They get ideas from Jake. Then they go and act as if they did it, man. So that's why, Jake is the former of all things, right? Jake is the former of all things, right? Jeremiah, let's go back into Jeremiah 51 and 20. Actually, we're going to end it from here and say, Barak Yahweh, Barak Yahweh Shai, Barak Yahweh, Barak Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakah HaKadosh, the ones, the apostles and elders of GMS. And salutation to you brothers out there that's doing this work in truth and sincerity. I like to say shalom.